to Lila all about chickens and chicken soup and so forth. But I was only goes away for 6 weeks, and so the last day I was going into work early, Mother and Dad had been up what they referred to as dressing chickens. They had killed 10 or 12 or 15 good-sized fryers, and I was to take them in. Back in those days, the refrigeration was something like pretty much unknown. We did have a place in town where they froze ice in big 300 pounds sizes, and the iceman would bring the ice around to the stores and homes. Some people had what they called an ice box, a box where they could put a chunk of ice on one side and put their milk and cream and butter on the other side and keep it from melting away. So I'm taking these chickens in, and they had a big barrel sitting in the corner of the butcher shop with some water in there, and they chopped up a bunch of ice, and they took these chickens all and put them in that barrel. And there was other farmers that brought chickens in during the day. He just kept adding them to the barrel. So I was getting close to closing time, and I was tidying up the butcher shop. My uncle that was running the butcher shop evidently had a big date that night, and he wanted to get away early, so he left about a little after 8. We didn't have any customers. I was just cleaning up a place, and all of them walking over to lock the outside door into the butcher shop when a lady came in. She had him in a huffing and a puffing, and she said she wanted one of those chickens. Well, I knew there was only one chicken in the barrel. So I go over and I stir the ice up, and I get this one chicken lifted up, and as my uncle would have done, and let the water run off of it for a few seconds, give it one shake, and put it on the scale. And then I said, well, it's just a little bit under 3 3/4 pounds. She studied a few minutes, and she said, I wanted a bigger one. Well, old smart me, I thought, well, I'll just put this back in the barrels. While I'm over there, I stirred it around and brought the same chicken back and put it on the scale. And that's almost 3 3/4, just about the same. She studied a couple of minutes, and then she says, good, I'll take them both. Oh, what do I do next? I was about to confess to her that they only had the one, and evidently my Uncle Val had got through with his customer and was observing what I was doing. So he come in and he said, no, lady, he said, that was a special, only one to a customer this week at that price. So she said, okay, and he went ahead and wrapped it up, and she went on her way, and I locked the door, and he went to his office and was counting his money, and I went in there to get my salary, and he handed me 2 quarters, and put his head back and pointed to a sign. The sign said, "Honesty is our policy." I had expected him to give me a what for being so dumb. But I never forgot that honesty is the best policy in all cases. And I got several other such little tidbits that I can't quite remember just now.